Hey there everyone, what's going on? Today's video is about creating the Masterwork Staff from the new 110 Runecrafting update rather, from start to finish. Like the Masterwork Bow, I'm going to go through each step, and largely speaking, I haven't looked up what's required, although I've just from conversations I've seen in clan chat, I have a few ideas of what's needed. But to get started, we're gonna kind of work backwards, and first we're gonna see what essence we require, which means we need to go to the Dragonkin Forge over near Corrattle in the Ancient Cavern and see what essence they've added. And it's a doozy because they've added some interesting choices this time, starting with the crystalline essence, which requires an attuned magic weapon, the melodic essence, which requires Cywir weapons, that is the orb or the wand from Hellweir, and perhaps the biggest one, the binding essence. The madmen actually went and made seismics a requirement for the new staff. So first things first is we got to go out and gather those. Gather some harmonic dust from playing harps in the Abyssal district. And then using an attuned weapon crystal, which you can get from Edamu, or you can withdraw them if you have them already, go to the singing bowl in the Abyssal district and combine them into the attuned crystal staff. You'll need 1 seed and 2,000 staff, 2,000 dust for each staff, and you'll need to make 2. And then go ahead to Elder God of War's Dungeon 2 and kill Hellweir for a pair of Cywir weapons. And then finally, you'll have to head over to the borehole and kill Virago. That is, kill Virago. Kill Virago. Go to the Grand Exchange and purchase yourself the seismic weapons you require. With all your magic weapons in hand, return to the Dragonkin Forge and break these bad boys down into the required essence. Once again, you'll need 2 of each. You'll need 4 essence altogether. And this, of course, requires having completed While Guthix Sleeps and unlocking the Dragonkin Forge from the mithril key that you can get from completing the quest. You can only do one of these at a time. It's under Masterwork materials, same as all of the other required Masterwork essence. And you'll get this annoying confirmation screen every time, but that's not a big problem. And now we have our required essence. So let's take a look at these now and see what they're used for. They're not all used in the same particular item, it looks like. So we need the binding essence and a diamond to make the binding diamond. We need the... Let's figure it all out together, huh? We need melodic essence to create the Masterwork Runic conduit, which of course we get from a volatile runic brick. Let's look at all these. Okay, so it looks like this diamond step is going to be similar to the moonstone step from the Masterwork bow and the Masterwork sword. So why don't we go get ourselves a diamond and do that first. So we've got our diamonds. We're going to use that now with the binding essence to create the runic imbued diamond. Quick action, it's not going to take us 50 ticks or anything crazy like that. And then we need to check the diamond, and now it's going to tell us what we need to do. It's to be imbued at the 4 elemental altars. So there's a number of quick ways you can get there. Wicked Hood, obviously, always a top pick. I don't want to use my teleports, so I'm going to just use some nearby teleports, things like the hook skill for the air altar, and we're going to head over to each altar in turn and see how long it takes. Get ourselves down there real quick. And I expect that this will be the step that takes a while. Similar to imbuing the moonstone for the other Masterwork weapons. Obviously, that's sort of the purpose of the Masterwork stuff, is that it takes a while to complete all the steps and do everything. Low XP, time consuming. You're supposed to make these items desirable and profitable. Now if we use that on the altar. Oh, that's a one tick deal. All right, so we're gonna hit each altar, and in time we will finish imbuing this with the 4 elements. I would like to add that in order to do this, you had to have completed the oh, I went to the wrong teleport. You need to have completed the achievement associated with crafting the 3 eternal magic weapons. I did that in my 110 runecrafting video, but you had it much like the eternal magic longbows. You have to have fully upgraded those. You don't need to sacrifice them for the XP if you don't want to. That's not part of the achievement, but that is required to finish this process. I can't comment whether or not it was required to start, but you will certainly have to do it to complete the whole process from start to finish. In addition to these 4 essence, I know that there is also an item that you can only get from Abyss Runecrafting. I'm not sure if there's any mechanics behind it or if you need to do anything in particular to get it. What's it called? I think it's the Abyssal. I think it sounds like an old school item. Synapse, I think. So that's a required item. I have also seen that you can ship your essence. I think that will be required somehow for another one of these components, but sort of as I dig into this and figure out what's needed, I will obviously update you all as I go along. Alright, so we're going to hit the fire altar, and then we're going to get to the water altar, which I may actually just teleport to. Just because there's not any good teleports nearby. So why I don't use my Wicked tokens, it's mostly because I find it extremely annoying to withdraw my Wicked Hood and feed it all the tokens. I don't know why that we can't just feed the Ethereal Hat the Wicked tokens, but we can't. So, alright, the diamond is finally imbued with energy. And now what do we have to do? Okay, we gotta go to each catalytic altar. So what I'm going to do here at this point... Oh, wow, time altars aren't required. I am going to skip ahead to when that process is complete. Updating in the middle of my run to charge the diamond, I got that Abyssal item I was talking about, the Abyssal Runic Synapse. Interestingly, I didn't get it going through the Abyss. I had gone to the Abyss to hit the body altar, and then I used the my Wicked Hood teleport in order to get to the Astral Altar, and I still got it. I do think there's some weird thing where like the Abyss buff lasts for a few more seconds when you're done, so if you're quick enough you can double up, but that's how I got that. It's probably a certain amount of runes similar to the thread for the Runic pouch, but just wanted to point that out that I got that from Abyss Runecrafting. Alright, and I'm wrapping up this emerald, or diamond rather, not an emerald. This is the last altar I gotta do. I was using it in conjunction with my tuner, but I just got to the point where I wanted to get it done, kept getting soul altar in a row. Alright, it is fully imbued with catalytic energy. We gotta smooth it out. That's gonna be, alright, one of those, how many ticks is this gonna take? 250 actions, okay. So we'll do that after. Let's just take a look at this real quick though. So, we've got that done. What will this require? Dyed undead dragon leather, a runic conduit, volatile brick. I gotta figure out what this is. Now what's this? Masterwork focus. That's okay, so that's 2 of those rune bricks I'm gonna need. And then let's go check out before I smooth out this emerald real quick. What else might be needed for... Oh, there's not an anvil here. I always think it's an anvil in Edgeville, and I don't know why. There's never been an anvil here. Is there an anvil? I don't have an anvil. Because obviously we're going to need glorious bars. I already made a bunch, assuming it'll be 6 or 7 or so, like the bow was. Alright, let's look here real quick. Let's go to Masterwork. Okay, so this is the new stuff here. Okay, so another volatile rune brick. So that's 3. That's the crystalline essence. Okay, so I know what's needed there. Oh, there's not as much Masterwork stuff this time, is there? I guess because it's a staff. And then the focus bracket. Okay, so next steps then, since I'm here, we'll do this. I am going to smooth out the catalyzed elemental diamond. And since I'm here, I'm gonna forge this Masterwork focus bracket. Probably want to go. Yeah, I gotta get my smithing gear. So those are the next things that we're gonna do. They're gonna take a while. That needs 10,000 progress. That needs 250 game ticks. So, all right, those are our next steps. We're gonna smooth out the diamond, smith this, and we'll check back to see what's next after. It looks like I need 3 of those volatile rune bricks. I gotta figure out what those are. I'm guessing it has something to do with chipping the essence. I'm thinking maybe there's gonna be a step like the wood shavings where I have to break down something like 500 or a few hundred of every essence to make those bricks. So I've gone ahead now and forged the Masterwork focus bracket for the staff. And the next step we need to do, I believe, is to puzzle out exactly what volatile bricks are. And I have a thought that involves pure essence. I noticed, oh, that's rough. I noticed a while ago that there was a chip option on them, I think during my video on the pouch. So we're gonna see what that does. Chisel essence. So pretty quick, but you're gonna have to keep withdrawing your inventory to do it. And then what is this used for exactly? Fragmented piece of pure essence. Got no use on it by itself. So why don't we go and grab our... Oh, I wasn't even wearing the full smithing outfit. Go ahead and grab our Runecrafting stuff. No, I use Rusty. I reorganized my bag now and I can't find anything. Alright, there we go. So let's hit an altar real quick. Why don't we go ahead and fill up our runes? What's my current altar? Time altar, sure. Oh, we'll even use the teleport, why not? Oh my god. Paced me the wrong way. Embarrassing. I'm gonna see if I can use the fragments on the altar and it says what we gotta do. Time altar again, nice. 1,000 fragments to create a volatile rune brick. Well, there we go. And I know I need 3, so that is 3,000 pure essence broken down. That's going to take us a while, so that is the next step. Once you have got your Masterwork focus, you've got your smooth diamond, you've got all your essence that you're going to need, you got to have to go and start grinding down your essence. One thing that I caught, and it's easy to miss if you've been 99 Runecrafting for a long time, is the chest from Cywir from Rune Mysteries, or was it Rune Mysteries or was it the sequel that they added? Rune Memories. Whatever one gives you the chest full of runes, that was updated because the skill goes to 110 now, and I got something like, it's like 5,700 runes from that chest for being 110. So definitely go hit that if you need some pure essence. And other than that, sit back, find a show to watch, grab your essence, and chisel away. Once you've gone through all the trouble of chiseling 3,000 pure essence fragments, you need to take them to your altar. Any altar works, and combine them with 3,000 of each the basic runes in the game. That's the standard elemental and catalytic runes. Thankfully, combination runes are not required. And so with 1,000 for each, you just go use it on the altar and you'll make a brick. And you won't repeat the process, so you got to do it again. And we'll do it one more time for all 3 bricks. I hope that's all we need. I don't actually know if that's true, but I haven't seen it on any other recipes. So fingers crossed, right? Let's recap what we have now. We've got the smooth diamond. I made the Masterwork focus. I have 3 volatile bricks. And I also still have my 4,000 melodic essence and our 4,000 crystal essence. And these are, again, all needed for the staff. We've also got the Abyssal Runic Synapse that we got from Abyssal Runecrafting. So let's do the next step, and that was to craft a melodic essence. And you just click on that and you combine that with the rune brick to make a Masterwork Runic conduit. Right. Now let's examine that and see what we got to do. So that also has to be imbued at a rune altar. But of course it does, why wouldn't it? Before we do that, let's grab our teleport seed real quick and head over to the blacksmith, because we can forge these crystalline essence into the next item that we require. And we'll get an idea of how long that takes. So that is, of course, the grounded Masterwork Staff base, 2 gold bars, a volatile rune brick, and crystalline essence. And that looks like it's going to be, yep, another 10,000 progress task that we have to complete, so I will do that momentarily on my own. Before that, though, let's go back to an altar again and check what is required for imbuing this Masterwork Runic conduit. So just head to any altar. I like this one just because you can use the quiver to get there. Okay, good. This is going to give us some different items that we haven't seen before. So we've got to imbue this conduit, and then once we do that, we're going to have to combine the conduit with the Synapse. Combine the focus housing with the unhoused Masterwork focus. That's that. I make that with that smooth diamond, it looks like. And then combine that with the focus bracket, which I've already made. I gotta get staff grips. How do I do that? 10 inert magic staffs, and what are those used for? Okay. Then two staff grips. So I'm gonna need. Okay, so I need 20 inert magic staff. I'm gonna need 2 dyed dragon leather. And then I'll combine that with the ground base, and then we can finally make the final staff. Okay. I think I got the whole process figured out now. Let's see how long this is going to take first, though. 500 actions. That's a long time, so let's do this, and we'll pop back in after we not only do this step, but also after I have forged the staff base. And for your next step, once you have the imbued Masterwork Runic conduit, you just use it on the altar again to make the Masterwork focus housing. Requires the Abyssal Runic Synapse as well. That takes 250 game ticks. Not ticks, 250 game actions. For the next step, once you have the Masterwork focus housing, you need to go and make the grips for the staff, which starting with require 20 of these eternal magic staffs inert. You don't need to take the time to imbue them all, thankfully. 20 staves will require 40 eternal magic logs, and then once you've got all 20, just bring them to an altar, and you will you can craft them into the unwrapped Masterwork Staff grip. Again, you need 2 of those. And a quick process, as we can see, thankfully. It'll only let you do 1 at a time, so go ahead and do that twice. And then, as we know, to wrap these, we'll need some brown dyed undead dragon leather. We'll do that. Actually, let's go do it now. So if you need brown dye, you can go to Let Ya Elf Village. There's the dye shop. And then you can go ahead after that and purchase, or there's a few ways. You can either go to the Grand Exchange, get some dragon leather. You can go ahead and kill Vorkath, or, buy some leather and go tan it. Whatever you got to do to. We got to make brown. That's right. Whatever you got to do to get the undead dragon leather. But you need 2, unlike the other weapons that only needed 1. So let's just make some brown dye. Let's just go to Alcarid. And these real quick. I could, if you're on Lunars, you could just use tan hide. There's plenty of ways to do this. This is what I figured would be the quickest method for what I've got going on. Tan hide. Dye them. getting some wrapped Masterwork Staff grips, and these are going to take 250 ticks each. So at this stage now, I am going to wrap both of these staves, which will take 10 minutes apiece, and I am also going to craft the unhoused Masterwork Focus, and that takes 20 minutes. So 10 minutes for each of the staves, 20 minutes for the elemental diamond. We're looking at 40 minutes of just, you know, low intensity token XP as we create these objects. So this is the home stretch now, although I'm going to use that term loosely because if you've made a masterwork weapon, you've made masterwork armor, you know that these last steps take a while. So we have the main components here now, which is the Masterwork Staff base, the Masterwork Focus, the housing, the bracket, and the 2 grips. You got to take all 6 of those with you to the Runecrafting altar. Use them on the altar, you'll get the crafting menu. Each of these steps, combining the focus housing with the focus, combining the house focus with the bracket, making the handle, and then finally finishing the staff. All these actions are going to take a while. 250 game actions, 750 seconds, that's got to be quick math, 12.5 minutes for each of these steps. Pick an altar, head onto it, and get it done. All right, and we're nearly done. It's been a long 40 or so minutes doing this last step, but I think it's the last step. There we go. Masterwork Staff is completed. Tier 99, well, tier 95. Why is it so cheap? A masterful staff made by a masterful rune crafter. Let's check it out. I want to see what it looks like. That's fine. I don't need to trade it. Damn. So that looks really nice. I like that. It's kind of reminiscent of the fractured staff of Armadillo. It's got like the prongs at the top. There's that conduit or whatever it was that we made that out of the diamond. I like when you can see the actual parts like of the weapon itself, that you actually work on and make translated onto the weapon. We've got the handles here, wrapped in the brown leather. Got this guy getting in my way. Let's go down here out of the way a little bit. It's got... It looks really nice. It's too bad I'll never use it. It's a very handsome weapon, though. I like how, and this is really true for all the Masterwork weapons, how they look a lot simpler. Like, they're ornate and they're nice looking. They look really cool, but they're not ostentatious, And that works for legendary weapons. That makes sense for a giant sword made out of a lava man, ice swords made out of a freakishly huge ice monster, stuff like that. It makes sense for those weapons to look the way they do. The legendary weapons, I think, is kind of what Jagex is calling them now. I love the ornate yet simplistic design of the Masterwork weapons. They're very cool. But, that was it. That was the entire process of making the Masterwork Staff from start to finish. It seemed like might have been the fastest one out of the 3 Masterwork weapons, honestly. It seemed simpler. I used 1 glorious bar, which surprises me the most out of the whole thing, just because, you do the masterwork and you expect it to take glorious bars. But the most annoying part was probably chipping the rune essence, just because it wouldn't use the essence from your bag, from your rune pouch. But no, the hardest part is gonna be a seismic weapon, especially if you're an iron and you're like me and you don't have friends. A Solar Virago is a bitch. I've never done it before. Though, I hope if you watch this, you found it helpful, even if there's just certain parts, or you sort of enjoyed the start to finish of me figuring out how to make this weapon. It would be cool if they had made an achievement tied to these, and like when you finished it, you got like a cosmetic version of the weapon to use. I don't know if I want to throw these in a keepsake box. I do like them though; they look really cool. So that's all of them. We got all 3. We've got Masterwork Armor coming up with crafting. But yeah, that's all the Masterwork weapons. We got all 3 of them. Too bad. Unfortunately, I wasn't doing this back when I did the sword. But sword looks great. Bow looks great. They all look really cool. That's it. I mean, that's it for me. We make these weapons for rule of cool. If you've watched this, thanks. Leave any comments. Let me know what you think. Again, criticism. I really appreciate criticism, comments, whatever. Take it easy. Have a nice week. Have a nice weekend.